because we're the bomb.
Hello. 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 Okay. Thank you. What? Oh, please go back. Yeah, please do. Thank you. Good day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is Friday, right here on your boombar, on your boombar UNG. My name is Dolupo. Yeah, the one and only.
My name is Sola Rogers, and this Dolupo is off mic.
I don't know. That's maybe it's your earphones.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Dolupo is a bit off mic.
Exactly.
Let's draw
I'm
the mic.
staring into the mic. I don't know how much on my.
Probably you're using the mic, not mic here.
I don't know what you are talking about, but this is.
Okay. Yeah, it's better now.
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, so it's Friday. It is Friday. So it is, of course, at the bar. It is a lot about music. It's a lot about entertainment today at the bar. So we're going to be doing a lot of that. The new music that has dropped. So those are a few things that we're going to be discussing today. The president is in the news. He's had a few things to say yesterday at his reception in Lagos yesterday evening. Do we know if he's back in Abuja? I'm not sure. He's probably spending the weekend.
Not sure.
Just to the weekend. Drinks, that, yeah. Anyway.
The Salah is still on.
It's having a Lagos weekend. We get it. Anyway. I'm just saying.
I'm not aware of anything special about the Lagos weekend. Right? Are you aware?
You sure?
But,
Yes, sure. Yes, sure. Lagos. People don't understand, Lagos weekend. Anyway, we had a few things today. We'll see if we can get around to that. Also, in the news, there are also a few other things that popped up. PoS agents. For you people that patronize PoS people, they have news for you. We definitely would get around to it.
That's a direct stone, right?
No, actually, this has nothing to do with. But you shall decide to. Anyway, from the defense headquarters, there's news coming from there. The Nigerian police also has a bit of news from the IG. There's also one or two stories that we're getting from there. Some, I don't know if we call it that's not misdemeanor. In fact, it almost seems is the video I saw is like attempted murder. Anyway, the police are at it again, and we'll see what we can do. Looks like officially the Lekki Port is Lekki Deep Sea Port is working. There's news coming from that place also. There's a lot of international news from the US, Sweden to France. So we'll see how much of that we can take today. Also, there's a bit of sport news. So from now to the end of the hour, we hope that we can touch as many of this as possible. So let's get right into it. It is New Music Friday. Okay. It is New Music Friday, so there's a lot of songs that popped up today. Okay, why didn't I see that? Anyway, let's start from Odumodu Black and Fireboy with Fire Gun.
Yeah, I heard that one. didn't hear about them working in the studios. Just suddenly saw snippets. I think yesterday. So I heard the song, typical Odumodu, different kind of Fireboy, and nice song. I probably need to listen to it more, but I think it's a nice song. And I just wanted to remind people that, of course, we're still on the Song of the Week thing, But when I get to my Song of the Week, I'll let you guys know.
When you get to your Song of the Week, so none of these songs are still coded for you?
We just mentioned only one song.
Oh, when you get to it, like today. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, makes sense. All right. Moving on from that, Techno decided to give us Peace of Mind.
Nice song, nice video. Video is out already. Most importantly for me is the message. The peace of mind is underrated. Like,
I agree.
A lot of people don't understand it. I remember many years ago, this quote was probably ascribed to, I think, one of the Beatles or so. Something that when the teacher asked him, what would you like to be when you grow up, and he said, "I like to be happy." I like to be happy or something, and people are like, no, like you expect you to say lawyer, doctor, engineer, whatever. But I tell you, now that I am a little bit grown,
Excuse me, a little
bit grown. I'm not close to 100 like you, and I'm aspiring to. So
a little bit grown.
Yeah, now that I'm a little bit
I just
grown.
like that. Well done. I like that.
If you ask me,
yes,
what would you like to be? I'll say happy. You understand? So Peace of Mind by Techno, strong message, nice song, feel good song.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because it also lifts me into
I like the
another
message.
that you continue to believe that if you have peace of mind, you're happy, then you show love.
Ben,
And Nigeria lacks it. Generally.
the world lacks
The
it.
world lacks love, yes. So.
Okay, moving on from that. Vector released Why Me during the week. Personally, I didn't listen to it. It skipped my mind. I don't know why. Anyway, before we get to that, Techno song, really nice song actually.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I listened to Vector's Why Me a couple of minutes ago. The video was shot somewhere in Jos or so, and all of that. Nice song, nice message, but heavily borrowing from, I think it's Shaggy's Why Me. Why me, Lord? Why me, Lord? Why me?
Okay.
But of course, I think he got a license for it because it was mentioned, on this platform like that. Especially on his YouTube page when I went to watch the video. That yes, that it's it contains some interpolation with another song. But we already know it's like, this is another song. You just gave it. It's like a cover or your own version of the song.
But it was good enough to come out to say
at
that.
least this is nice. Like he mentioned it, I know.
Yeah.
So nice song by Vector.
Yeah. Still talking about music. Yemi Alade gave us Fake Friends. I wouldn't even say that it's Yemi Alade. I'm a fan of Yemi Alade. I'm actually very indifferent.
You're not a fan of any female artist
But
that I know.
I'm a huge fan of Tiwa Savage. Huge fan.
She's
Huge
not a
one.
fan of most female artists that I know.
Shola, it's a Friday.
That's why we're talking music.
Dolupo, right? Yeah, go ahead. Please.
She did not argue. She's telling you that of all the ones that are out there,
Dolupo
it's
to
Tiwa.
continue the show.
Yeah, I'm a huge
Oh,
fan
shit.
of Tiwa actually. Anyway, this particular one, I can say is my song of the week. I like the song a lot. Yes.
You heard the drum rolls from me when she mentioned that song, and I went. I'm glad I did that before she said what she said, because this is song of the week for me, "Fake Friends" by Yemi Alade. Not only does he have a nice visual, they have not even shot the video yet. Very interesting. It's the rhythm, the flow.
Yeah, it's a very nice song.
Especially the
message. Yeah, it's a very nice song.
Especially
very nice
the
song.
message. Tiwa, you go, girl. You go, girl. Song of the week for me is "Fake Friends."
Why did I never
Tiwa
talk about
Savage.
this Fire Gun song? Okay.
That's the first song
I
you
honestly
mentioned.
don't have anything nice to say about it.
Because it's gone, yeah.
I don't understand the
What's
song.
it law?
I personally don't understand the song.
What's
So,
it law?
moving on from that, Crayon has Modupe.
Yeah,
Another nice song, actually.
nice song. But I have a question, and you know, if his management or he gets to see this video, can you ask him why that video was shot in a church or in a church setting? He had a choir backing him up.
Yeah,
I liked that concept, but it's not exactly a gospel
A
song.
gospel song, yeah.
And it looked like a proper church. I know that they are building sets these days,
Yeah.
but this looked like
It
a
looks
proper
like a
church. And
the choir
apart from the
robes.
Modupe part, which is like I praise God, I think you're talking Jogodo and other parts in that song. So I'm like, hey brother, if you want to do gospel,
What's
do
Jogodo?
gospel. You know,
What's Jogodo?
I don't know.
I don't know too.
I
So
don't know.
that's why I
I
put it out.
have no idea.
I don't know.
Anyway, moving on from that, Spinall and Whiskey. This I'm not even sure anybody saw this coming, but they decided to drop Loju.
Yeah, heard about it last week that it was dropping this week, and then it's out. And there's one thing that we're going to look back on a couple of years from now. We'll look back on Wizkid's, body of work and say he refused to be boxed into a corner.
A corner, yes.
He refused to be defined by your expectations. Wizkid is that guy that when he gets on the microphone, he's doing Wizkid. He doesn't care if it's Akbala or Juice or whatever, or Juju. Once Wizkid gets behind the microphone or in front of a microphone, he just wants to sing what he feels like singing at that point in time.
Yeah.
And that's what he's done with Loju.
Yeah.
You know, Spinall, everybody knows how Spinall is now. Spinall is one of the biggest Nigerian DJs ever. Now, he's removed DJ from his brand name, so it's Spinall. And he was like on point with this song. You know that most DJs don't sing on their songs anyway, so but they're putting a lot of effort to put the song together.
It was a very
I like the
different
song.
sound. It had a bit of a piano somewhere, but it was it's a very nice feel good song. It's actually not a bad song. Charlie Poppy and Zlatan decided to remix the Elon Musk song with Fireboy.
Yeah, I'm gonna want to pass on this one because I didn't listen to it.
I'm sorry, I don't know what happened to the songs that Fireboy were on this week. It's not doing it for me at all. This song, I think, was completely unnecessary.
Oh,
Personally, I think it was a very unnecessary song.
what's below?
I'm just saying my opinion. Anyway, moving on from that. Okay, Nasty C decided to give us no more beautiful song. It's Nasty C, so I was not expecting anything
Nice, simple video
different.
too.
Yeah, very
And
nice.
Nasty C is a South African rapper, but Nasty C will hold it down with any rapper
Anybody
from anywhere
yeah,
in the world.
I totally agree. Beautiful song. Mohbad released his EP.
Yeah.
He's been releasing a lot of songs in the past week, so couple of weeks. So it's understandable if this drops and why it dropped when it dropped. So yeah, we'll say. So yeah, there are a lot of songs that are out there this week. You definitely need to listen to it. But before we leave music,
please don't forget that again. There's another Bob Marley song featuring Tenny and Oxlade. A few weeks ago, it was Bob Marley featuring Tiwa Savage. Now there's a Bob Marley featuring Tenny and Oxlade, and I'm like, okay. They put their own spin on the song.
I didn't
and all
listen
of that.
to it.
So I listened
But
to that. So I listened to that and a couple of other songs. And just to let you know that in the 5 o'clock hour, you will be listening to the best of the new songs, because this week alone, we captured about 40 songs that were released, if not more. So but we're only going to be playing about 12 of them that we have selected as the best of the week, which we do every 5 o'clock, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Did you say 40 songs?
Over 40 songs were released. Well over. A couple of upcoming artists, a lot of them had songs. A lot of them.
This generation, they got it coming.
Yes, because technology is available now and people are using it. The days of even using a proper studio are almost gone now. What they do at times is even just rent some Airbnb somewhere or go to some hotel and they meet up with their laptops and the very powerful microphones and stuff, and they just record. And they have it mastered and all of that.
Exactly. All right. Moving on from that, still talking about music. I hope Asake is okay though. I hope he's doing fine. Why I said so is because we've seen this thing like in concerts. We've seen this thing all over the place where you see artists jump into a crowd in a concert, and they're passing him around and all that. I think that was what he was going for. Unfortunately,
Give me a short put.
Yeah. Actually, I like that. Seem to have landed on the floor, as maybe people were just not in the mood to carry anybody, or maybe you don't know how big it is. I ain't go try it. So you could literally see the whole, like, he felt like, nah, nobody.
And the cameras were working.
Oh yeah. This was at Afro Nation, Portugal. There were a lot of artists there. There's our Star, there's Whiskey, there's Burna Boy. There are a lot of people there, and I really just hope he's fine though. Maybe we shouldn't try those things next time.
Well, in the heat of the moment, you're an entertainer, you get this brainwave or this rush of blood to your head, and you're like, you know what? I am who I think I am. Abi, am I not?
Definitely not.
It's called crowd surfing, and again, surfing comes with its ups and downs. Yeah. The most important thing now is to find out if he's okay, and all of that. I'm a massive Asake fan, and bro, learn from this one. Not be everybody like you like that.
You need to short circuit the blood going to the brain.
Anyway, let's move on from that, and let's go on to the president, Nigerian president, let's put it like that, where he was welcomed in Ogun State yesterday, and then moved on, came back to Lagos State, where there was a reception for him in the evening, and there was a lot of fanfare yesterday evening, and one of the things that he spoke about is that his administration implemented the unified exchange rate in order to save the country from a financial crisis.
Once again, we're back where we were a couple of days ago, and we're going to reiterate it, and really and truly, we welcome divergent views because this is the only way we can grow. I said it, I had this discussion with a lot of people. I had this discussion with some friends yesterday, at some event that I was at. And I was saying to them, it was like, why should we have black money? I'm like, I'm not even saying we shouldn't have. I'm saying that the rate was never this,
it wasn't ridiculous.
The black market was a place where
it was just easier.
Say there was a limit to the amount of money you could buy from the bank on your trip. Your BTA was maybe $200 or so, and you needed 1,000. Then you go and buy the 800 from the parallel market, and it was 5 or 10 naira max. So suddenly it became 500 naira. Arbitrage, whatever nice name you want to call it, is one of the worst things that's happened to this country, where rich people became richer and poor became poorer solely because the rich had access to buy the forex at the official rate, and sell it to the poor at a higher rate, so, or even some of their fellow rich people too. But by the end of the day, the cost is transferred to you, the end user, because if that person has gone ahead to import anything, he's going to do his markup based on that 500 naira difference or 400 naira difference and still sell it to you. Do you understand? So I'm glad that we're where we are. It's hard. I'm not going to lie. And this that people say it's hard, even if you agree with the government policy. You get a lot of people poke fun at you and say, it should be this. It's not that. The truth is, it is another sacrifice, but this one looks like it's going to pay off.
Okay, so you want to say something?
No, I was going to say that it's just a very painful startup for us.
Yeah,
it's a bit like a baby trying to walk all over again. That's the way I look at the situation.
I agree with you.
Now.
I think maybe we shouldn't have. It was a situation we probably shouldn't have gotten into from the
Could have been avoided.
Yeah.
Today,
it
I
is
will
what
not
it
mention that name.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, and there definitely has to be.
I'm not going to mention Emefiele's name.
Oh, you just said it.
Oh, okay. I said I was going to mention his name.
Let's show
his
love.
real name is.
Let's show love.
His real name is.
So that we talked about.
Show love to who?
Let's show love.
Please.
To people that try to kill us.
Is that one that I will not take?
Let us show.
Is that one that I will not
energy,
please. Show love to who, please.
Let us show.
Show love to who? To who?
Okay, Dolupo, let's show love.
You're just saying show love. I want to know who I'm.
By moving on to the next topic, yeah. Let's show some love.
I shall mention.
Let's
That's not showing love. We're just moving on.
It's showing love because
anyway,
he didn't mention the name. He didn't get the name either. So
he's not going to say. I'm going to say the suspended Emefiele.
Mefi.
It's not Mefi. It's Emefiele.
Okay, all right.
Put us where we are. But anyway, moving on from that, still talking about the president, the South-west Governors, and the Ooni of Ife have now decided that they are going to host the president in Osun State.
Look, let me quickly dive on, jump on this one.
Why?
You see, there is governance and there's politics.
Yeah.
And you know that they go side by side.
It looks like it's just politics.
But I think you guys are doing too much because right now we don't care about all this.
If the Lagos State governor did not entertain the president yesterday, would you have thought about it?
Even if he did. Even if you thought about it, we don't want it. Like
okay,
seriously,
that's it.
I know say they go say
done.
It's not my money. I get it's not about
done. But
you see,
what's the point? What's that going to do for us right now? Is that a meeting?
Mr. President, please go and concentrate on governance. We want governance. Where is your ministerial list? Where the list of the essays that we're waiting for and all the MDAs and all the associations and Nigerian own interests that you need to fill? We're talking about you at least appointing close to 2,000 or 3,000 people, if not 4,000 to 5,000 people. I beg, we don't get time for all this groove. What we want now is governance.
Groove.
And the next thing now you hear, Northwest governors want to host him. Then you hear South governors want to host him.
Well said,
yes,
well said.
Yes, leave the politics. It's not even time for campaign yet. So go and walk, because the next campaign is going to be harder than this one.
I think it's going to be very difficult because it should not be what did you do. I think people are getting really more enlightened. I agree with you.
The fact is that the next election fine.
Yeah,
but I want to see what's happening now. Mm-hmm. The immediate result is what I think I should drive with.
Exactly.
Nothing is happening. A lot is happening. Yet nothing is happening.
You get.
Okay, so we'll see. We'll see about it. Let's move on from that and let's move on to. You remember? It's almost 2 weeks now. The directive of the president of the retiring of service chiefs and appointing new ones, and basically changing a lot of things, doing a lot of military appointments and all that, new appointments. Now, on that note, the Defense Headquarters has now released a statement today directing all senior officers with seniority on commission above the NDA regular course 39 to proceed on voluntary retirement, and they're giving them till Monday.
I don't know why it took us that long to take that walk, because I don't know, way back, as soon as those appointments have been made, as soon as those new people are surfacing, everybody below at a point in time, or above, will know it's exit time. This is time to drop the pens.
One of my favorite things.
I would always imagine,
No, carry on, please.
I would always imagine that some things are just wired inside of us. We know what's coming up next. So who's going to change that game in the middle? Who's going to change the game in the middle of the football match? Nobody's going to change the post in the middle of the game. So they waited this long, and now it's an exit. Is it graceful? Yeah.
You know, when you paused, I thought you were done. That's why I quickly jumped in. So I didn't apologize for that.
Oh.
So, however, the military has always been known for discipline and structure.
Yeah.
And they have a system, in place. Why do you need to wait until you are told to? You know, you expected to fall on your sword as soon as that announcement was made weeks ago. Do you understand? You know, so why do you need to wait until they are now going to chase you out? Or you want to be like that policeman that we saw the video that he was supposed to hand over to someone and they had to come and force the guy out. Nigerian policeman, one of their guys that time. We saw the video a couple of months ago. I laughed my head off. Like, Oga Jadi, like Jadi in Yoruba means step out. Like you've been redeployed or resigned or sacked or whatever. So here is what it is. I'm glad that we even heard this announcement. I'm not sure I've ever heard this kind of announcement before. Now, for those
but maybe it means that the other people that have happened, they are moved on very fast, so there's no need for an announcement.
Exactly.
Well, true.
Exactly.
And they needed to know the number of spaces left to be filled.
Now, so for the people who are wondering what are we going on about, in the Nigerian military, I don't know about any other country, but in the Nigerian military, they have course mates, and it's the course. The IS courses usually produces the chiefs of the, Nigerian military structure, the Navy, Air Force, Army, and the defense staff. Now, when a mate of yours is promoted, you are safe. But when a junior from a lower course is promoted, you gotta go. So for some of them, they are course 38. The people in course 39 are gone, and above they are gone. For the ones for the ones who is course 37, no, there's two course 38.
Yeah.
There's one course 37.
No, there's no course 37.
There's one course 39.
There are two course 39. The remaining are two. The two course 30.
The chief of defense staff is course 39.
Yes.
So everybody above him, they've got to go. Because he's like in charge of the entire military apparatus.
That's what they're saying. That everybody
ahead
now
of him have to go.
In course 37, course 38 have to go, except the service chiefs in course 38 that are there at the moment.
So his mates, they got to go, and they know it's not nice.
Or his seniors.
His mates, you are saying that. They said service chiefs now. That's what you said.
What, the 38?
You said except service chiefs.
No, I said yes, because according to
those
this
are
now, they're saying that everybody...
They are mates.
Yeah. That's mates. That's what you're saying.
They are mates.
That's what you're saying.
I don't get it.
I had it clear until you said only the service chiefs are safe in their courses.
It's course 30. Okay, yes, I get what you're saying. Yes. So their mates are gone. Yes, I agree.
So I was following your lead.
Yeah.
That what you're saying now is that even their mates are gone.
Yes, I agree. Go ahead.
Because normally you're safe if you're in the same course and you have an appointment or whatever. Yeah. But the people ahead have to go. It's a standard practice. In understanding these things, you understand why they're asking them to leave. Because it's difficult for a senior to take orders from a junior. It's very difficult. It's difficult for someone who's probably been in the army for, say, 33 years, to now be taking orders from someone who's been in the army for 29 years. You'll be like, no. I know when he joined. I signed him in. He's worked under me in different commands. He can't tell me what to do. So we understand it, and it's a standard practice in the military. So ideally, you don't need to be told to leave. When it happens, you pack your bag and you jump on your sword.
Anyway, so remember even this particular one, remember there was a lot of conversation how some old service chiefs did not want to leave yet.
They always do. Don't want to leave.
If someone did not leave, how would you have gotten?
How would you have gotten there? Exactly. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Why would you not want to leave? Anyway.
Power is switch,
Okay, makes sense though. Makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. But you pasha goisha. That's the cocoa of the oro. Now, still talking about the Inspector General of Police had put out an order a few days ago that he was withdrawing the police mobile force personnel from VIPs and that he was establishing a special intervention squad. Now, a lot of people took that news with a pinch of salt, talking about how, in fact, I saw a tweet where someone had outlined when the years that we have new IGs and every IG comes up with that same order and nothing happens, because if somebody had done it and it has stuck, then the next person will not have to do it again. Now, in a statement by the spokesperson of the force, they now said that unlike previous announcements that has been unattended to, the new acting IG is involved, and that some of the people that they're bringing from these people are supposed to be part of people that would fill up the special intervention squad. So they're not paying lip service to it this time.
There will be no room for that this time.
Okay, so apparently the president had this captured in his manifesto and his plan, the creation of a special force for this. Yes, there is a need for some kind of elite squad or VIP squad or VIP security squad you get that will, cater to the needs of the rich and famous. You get. It shouldn't be a regular mobile police or policeman doing that, while we know that the ratio of policemen to the population of Nigerians is one of the lowest in the world.
Worse, yeah.
And when you see a video like we saw 2 days ago of a man being heavily guarded by 7
Are you sure
mobile,
it was the one that was guarded on the cow?
him and his cow. Because it was him actually, because anyhow, 7 mobile policemen heavily armed in a private quarters of someone, while you go on the road and you know that there's supposed to be police presence in some dark spots and some crazy places,
even marketplaces.
Yeah,
there should be.
So what it is that we, the people, are tired of the usual rhetorics, the usual, hey, we drawing this, but do it first.
Do it and let's see.
Let us see, sustain it, because every time they get withdrawn, they go back again. Like, so how do they do this? So this is also another avenue to create jobs. It's another avenue to maybe even bring back people who had left the military or the police that are willing to serve, or maybe, just maybe, empower the civil defense to take up that aspect of the whole system, But I don't mind the idea of them creating an elite squad that caters to this aspect, because if you look back, the mobile police unit was also a creation of a certain president at some point in time. It was a creation of a president, and it has come to stay. It's now a part of the Nigerian security fabric.
I would just pray that this time as well, they have a very well laid out special duties expectation of this new force, in such a way that there won't be any clash between what they do and the regimented force. Because I remember a few skirmishes, if you look back, I can't remember the social event, but there have been some cases where the mobile force you referred to, Shola, at some occasions or events or going out in with the VIPs, had to clash with the police itself on the road. Yeah. Disturbing them, or they disturbing this other force. True. They need to streamline what is expected of this new force and follow it to the letter. So there will not be any case where one function is being, superintended by another person, another force, and get it straight. Because forces and all, I'm sorry, I'm going back to Russia. I go back to the Wagner team, and I go back to the Russian military team as well. Okay? In some ways or the other, there had been minor clashes or major clashes during the war. Okay? That's a war situation. But here, I know if the steps are being well laid out, and you know what the special force is set to do as against what the normal policeman or police force is also expected to do, and there are no clashes or anything in between, I think it would be good. It would be a great idea a great idea. With his truth, that's the truth, for me.
Okay. So definitely we'll see how all that drama goes. No, not still talking about the police. There was a video that was posted about 2 days ago, where a man and his cow were being guarded. A man, his cow, and his knife. No, more like his
That's
machete.
the one I was referring to.
Yeah, and it's very, very. If I can count correctly, there are about 6 or 7 mobile policemen.
There were minimum of 7, about 8 of them, because
7,
there was
8
one that
of
was
them.
stationary. So there are about 8 of them, but 7 is
That
what everybody
was
Were
said.
they
guarding
really,
one
really
person.
guarding?
We don't even know who this person is. Yes, they were following him in this particular video. And this is part of the things that the police had talked about. Now, an update on that is that that happened in Edo State, if I'm correct, according to Olumuyiwa Adejobi of the police force. It talked about how I think he had spoken to the PRO of they've spoken to the PRO, and I think they had identified the policemen because they're going to withdraw them. I think that even for them, for their own, I don't want to say self-esteem, but
I think you should say it.
I think it was very, very unnecessary. Now,
Can I quickly weigh in before you move on to that? One of the things that we need to ask is, can these 6 or 7 policemen assign themselves to that man?
Yeah. At least a DPO would have been involved in this. At least a DPO.
Okay,
Yeah.
like did they take the decisions by themselves,
they
right?
couldn't have taken
Every
so-
day we will resume at this
At this
Oga's house.
house, yeah. Without the directive, they must have gotten a directive to do that. They
Yeah.
definitely would have gotten the directive.
Is it enough to castigate them now? They're doing what they were asked to
They
do.
were asked to do. So, now talking about this, now juxtaposing that to another video that popped up, I think yesterday, where we saw a policeman or policemen were in a vehicle. There was a man on the floor, was handcuffed, and they literally ran over him with the car.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
I saw
Very
the video
disturbing
too.
Video.
Yeah.
Very, very, very.
I could not
disturbing
watch
video.
it beyond that point.
It is said that is also from Edo State.
And it was not an accident.
No, it was
No,
not. It was
wasn't.
very
It was-
intentional
it was
because you could see
intentional. There was a
people
mob. There was a
trying
crowd
to
gathering.
stop
They tried to stop them so that they could rescue the guy.
According to the story, it said that the man is in hospital, is fighting for his
Yeah,
life.
somewhere in Irua.
It's a very, very, very sad thing to see that people and
Policeman? Why?
you wonder at times, like, are these policemen human beings? Because before you're a policeman, you're a human being, and it's just common sense. How do you run someone over intentionally? I really hope that something is being done to this. According to the police spokesperson, these people have been identified and they're working on putting some justice to it. But I'm like, when are they going to get paraded? Because they're very quick to parade criminals.
Yeah. And at
criminals
the same time, very
and all
quick
that.
to die such stories.
Yeah, I hope these people will be paraded. That in my own dictionary, this is criminal. This is attempted murder.
It is gory. Very,
It
very
is
barbaric,
attempted murder.
Very bad.
What could he have done? Like, what could he
You know,
have done?
This is a time when you miss the great senior advocate of the masses. You know, Chief Gani Fawemi. This is a time when you see him take up this kind of cases pro bono. You know, because this guy, I pray he survives, is sitting on a gold mine. There's evidence.
to win.
I don't even know what crime he might have committed. So you can charge him for the crime he committed.
Yeah,
but he can also sue you for everything that has happened to him
with
in that
what
video.
this has happened, it is even going to be very difficult to explain your case anymore. They do not know that this kind of behavior really damages the case.
To serve and to protect.
I don't get it.
To
It
serve
doesn't
and to
make any
protect.
sense.
I respect the police a lot, especially the ones who are doing good.
The ones that
But,
have sense.
but when you run over someone, you hit him, then you run over
You don't have sense.
with a vehicle. What are you serving and what are you protecting? I beg.
Anyway, let's move on from that and let's move on.
A lot
to,
about police. A lot today.
Oh yeah, let's just move on from the police and then move on to coming to the Nigerian Port Authority, where they're now saying that they're going to be auctioning people's cargo because they want to decongest the ports. If you have stuff in the port, I feel that they're probably looking for ways to get people to quickly come and clear their stuff.
You know,
Part of me feels that's what
What-
they're
That's
doing.
the idea.
one of the sad parts of
Decongest.
this particular story is how you will never understand why clearing goods in Nigeria
Such
is so complicated.
a Herculean
It's
task.
so hard that you need to go through an agent. I know government keeps telling you, oh, you want to get your passport, you don't need an agent.
No, yeah.
You want to get it. You see,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you see the port authority, there is some kind of if you're looking for the hardest nut to crack when it comes to bureaucratic bottlenecks, it's at the Nigerian Ports Authority and all the Nigerian ports. There is no way you can import something as an individual and go and clear it on your own. It is like impossible. So why wouldn't there be congestion when you have to go through agents after agents after agents? Then before you know it, your goods are in hemorrhage. I'm speaking about a specific number of people. I'm not talking about the generality of everybody, but I'm explaining why. I'm talking from experience. I know someone extremely close to me who had paid an agent to clear some goods for her, and the agent disappeared, with the funds and everything, and they had to go look for another agent to clear, and they were back and forth, and before you know it, the goods are stuck. And it's a sad one. This person has lost millions of naira, and it'll probably be amongst the things that they want to auction off now. So, yes, they need to move forward regardless. But a total overhaul of the system is required. I don't want to take the clearing agents out of business, but I just want a little bit more simplicity in what they do, so that if I decide to go with an agent, I know why I'm going with an agent. And if I decide to go it alone, I know why I'm going it alone.
I think
It
that
shouldn't be this difficult.
it definitely shouldn't be. And then before we leave that issue, the Lekki Port has now berthed a 6,920 equivalent units TEUs capacity transshipment vessel.
That's heavy, man. That's heavy.
Deep Sea Port,
Wow.
Deep Sea Port. Where are you, Deep Sea Port? Somewhere in Lekki, right?
Yeah.
So it is a welcome
Wow.
development that now the capacity to bring
maybe
in,
their papa
bring in ships and stuff, is good. But let me quickly put this out there. I love it, but I'm hoping that they can quickly fix the roads, and the alternative routes that they plan to. And again, there's supposed to be some train connection to that place. I hope they can do it like quick. But for every ship, be you a small, medium, or large haul like this one that comes to Nigeria, they are only taking your forex away when they leave empty.
Okay, so this particular one is actually leaving Nigeria at the moment, is going to Benin Republic.
This one is leaving now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is
The-
exporting things to Benin
Yeah.
Republic.
So again, they take your forex away when they leave empty. For every container that comes into Nigeria that goes back empty,
Okay.
it is a loss for Nigeria. You have spent your hard-earned naira, converted it into expensive dollar to import, and nobody is really exporting. The volume of import versus export is what is going to move Nigeria away from this poverty and these issues that we have. We are importing more than we are exporting.
Yeah.
I know a lot about how ships operate and how they go from port to port. Going to Benin Republic with a few goods is not a bad idea. but I'm talking beyond that. I'm talking about how
It's a constant thing.
you have every ship, or almost every ship that comes to Nigeria, that already they have goods waiting for them to take out, be it some natural resources like cobalt or whatever, or agricultural, produce.
Yeah.
Let it be that we are also earning, and that is when you finally enjoy the Lekki deep sea port and all the other ports, and even the one that Ondo has approval to build now, or the ones that are already in One and the other parts of Nigeria.
My angle to each other, just it was said, is the fact that everything in Nigeria, everything generally needs planning. Immediate planning, middle planning, ahead planning, post planning, and since we've already established the port, it's been built, it's been constructed, right? Okay, whether we like it or not, okay, what shall I say, raising, which I agree, will happen only if there are plans ahead to make it work.
Oh, we'll see. We'll definitely
Yeah,
see
because
how
that has to be the next thinking, the next movement. And added to that, shall I say that Nigerian Port Authority has been since how long? Okay, all right, and we still have issues about bottlenecks and agent issues. As we had them in customs, all right, we had them in the ports. There's a new one coming up. I think we should also try as much as possible to make things work administratively.
Okay, let's move on quickly. As now, we have a ceremonial POS, ceremonial, what's the word now? Spokesperson of the Association of the Mobile Money and Bank Agents in Nigeria, right here. That's the POS people. Yeah, those people. Now they have released the statement for people that use them.
POS people.
Your
Yeah.
people.
Your people now. Your people. They have released a statement, or more like made. They actually the spokesperson of the Lagos chapter. I honestly do not know there was an agency. Everybody has an association.
Everybody
In Nigeria, it's an
Everybody.
association of this, association of that, of this. Anyway, they have now come out today. There was an interview. They had an interview today on Channels TV, giving the details of. They now have a unified price list.
Akika.
All you people that use it, withdrawals from 1,000 naira to 2,400 naira, 2,005 to 4,200 naira, 4,100 to 6,400, 300 naira, 6,500 to 7,900, 400 naira, and on. Please, my only question: when hello CBN, hello banks, when are our ATM going to be fully functional?
If it's
Because
happening like
this
this,
is the height of exploitation.
banks should just pack up. Commercial banks should just pack up.
This is the height
And
of
let's
it.
know we are dealing with the POS guys alone.
That you want to withdraw
Because
5,000
I don't
naira.
get this.
You're going to have to get 300 naira. Last I checked, I think that even if you use the ATM of your bank, it's free. And even if you don't, I think it's 35 naira or whatever it is.
I think the first 1 or 2 transactions every month
Is free.
Yeah.
And then subsequent ones is even 35 naira. To even withdraw as much as at once, yeah, that's like 20,000 naira. In some ATMs, you might be lucky as much as 40,000, but let's even peg it at 20,000 naira. All you have to pay is 35 naira. Now these people are saying that to want to withdraw 20,000 naira, you pay 800 naira.
Yeah.
Don't blame them. Don't blame them. It's the system.
Why shouldn't I blame
The
them?
system.
So yes, no,
our
see,
system-
I
Sorry,
get it
Shola.
that our
Sorry,
system
Shola.
is flawed. I get all that.
Completely.
But
upside
why
down.
do we also
You remember how
have to? I get it, but why do we also have to exploit that flawed system to the extent of hurting each and everybody? Why? 800 naira for 20,000. Isn't that ridiculous? Even when they were sitting down to read this thing, what's the difference between now?
System.
Remember the question?
Do we need a POS?
When what's
Do we
it
need
called?
POS to exist side by side with commercial banks?
Possibly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There are a lot of unbanked people. So yes, they work. Do they make sense? Oh yes, the system makes sense for a lot of people. But this is exploitation.
So for me, I know that banking and the financial sector is one of the most heavily regulated sectors in Nigeria's economy. For banks to even go into operations, they need licenses.
Yeah.
And you made them believe that they need to pay this amount and they must declare this and do all of these things. Now, technology has made you see that you actually need to do other things for people to get banking services done. So for the people who are open to using technology, they can use their phones for, transactions, either with data or without. There are several ways that they can get it done. The banking apps and all the payment solutions, the fintech guys have also come up with solutions. But the POS guys are the most popular because they are like the bridge between the old and the new. The bridge between you doing some electronic transfer and getting cash. Now, before Emefiele messed things up for us and, the ATMs became relics of the past. Most ATMs now are just gathering dust. Before that happened, we know that banks were loading their ATMs on a regular on-site and off-site ATMs.
Yeah.
And we've also seen evidence of how people go there early to withdraw virtually everything that's there to sell as POS terminals, operators and agents.
Yes.
I know that it's a new industry that's created some new jobs and some income for people. Fantastic. But what is the essence of banks getting those licenses if someone can wake up today and start fixing rates that are not regulated or approved by the central bank? At the end of the day, you start to question, do we even need a central bank anymore?
Because that's the
If
problem.
every
Who
Tom, Dick and
regulates these
Harry
people?
can sit down, form an association and tell you that for every 20,000 naira you're going to pay to them, it's 100 naira. So it's time for the government, it's time for the central bank, who is supposed to be independent to a large extent, to react and respond appropriately and accordingly. Also bear in mind that even the mobile phone operators in Nigeria, at least 2 of them have been granted banking licenses to prefer these banking solutions to the populace. So where do these people fall under this thing, and how are they going to even maximize their own investments in getting those licenses when anybody can wake up and form an association and fix prices as it suits their whims and caprices?
See,
everything there is upside down.
everything.
We just have to get it straight.
It doesn't even make any sense.
We need
It's
a
not-
new direction.
This thing is not making
We need
sense.
a
I
new
hope that
direction. It's
the
getting out of
CBN
hands.
needs to do something about this.
Why? How?
It is ridiculous, completely ridiculous. Anyway, moving on from that, let's breeze through a bit of international stories. The WHO has now announced that there's a sweetener that is used in Diet Coke that is a possible carcinogen. They're still doing a lot of research on that, but maybe avoid.
Yeah, the same sweetener I've read a lot about, and they're saying it is not a carcinogen.
Yeah, they're
on
saying
other platforms.
aspartame or something.
Yeah, aspartame.
Aspartame.
I googled it, did a lot of research about it. I checked it out. I think that was on Tuesday or so when the story first broke. But now that they made this official statement, we want them to stop confusing us and help us. Help us.
Everybody knows
What is it?
that I'm trying to win myself. I've tried it. I've succeeded a few times. I've fallen off the wagon a few times. Trying to win myself off fizzy drinks. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But my philosophy in this life, if you're going to drink Coke or Pepsi or whatever, drink it and enjoy it. It's sweet. It's fizzy. That's the point of it. But when you just start going Diet Coke, Pepsi Light, something zero.
Give them some
They-
slack.
they-
They are selling material.
Make
They're selling.
it.
They're
See,
selling.
you either drink the proper thing that you know is not good for your body, or
Let
you
me
drink
explain
water.
something. Yeah.
All those diet things, I feel they're worse, personally.
I agree.
And they even
Well,
taste
not
bad.
everybody will agree.
I know, I agree.
It's a matter
I'm just
of
saying,
taste, sir.
I'm just saying that
Yeah.
they already don't even taste nice. They don't.
How much more the dice things on it? I get you. I understand where you're going.
It's already, as long as it's not water, we know that they're not particularly healthy. It's not an healthier choice.
My giggling is on a personal note.
So
but let
just
me leave
enjoy
that.
it and let's move
Let me
on.
leave that aside.
Anyway,
Before you go, this case of in Akwa Ibom Cross River, there's a case.
There's still the Pepsi.
The Pepsi
Since
thing.
you're talking about Diet Coke and Pepsi,
Yeah.
there's still the
Sorry.
Sprite issue.
oh yeah. No, so NAFDAC had put out a statement talking about there's a batch of bottled Sprite that I think that there's an issue with.
Bunch. Yeah.
Yes, there's an issue with. I think personally, maybe people should avoid Sprite at the moment. If you
Public
cannot
service announcement.
avoid it, maybe take the can version of it for the moment, just to be safe. Really, just put it out there, just to be safe.
Yep.
People just
Okay.
need to be safe.
Okay.
Moving on from that quickly to the Akwa Ibom issue of the lady that was lynched.
The woman that was lynched, she was lynched, and the accusation was that she practiced witchcraft.
Yeah, the police has. I've
And-
not seen anything that the
And
police had talked about.
yeah, and it's all over. She was lynched, and they said the policemen were also there when it was happening. But as I said, it's a growing, developing story, so it's just on a flash call for
In
us.
2023,
In 2023,
the youth
people-
of a community
Yeah.
are allowed
yeah,
to
it's
assassinate,
it's horrible.
to lynch
Mhm.
someone without any evidence of that person committing a crime. It's mob action, right? That's what they always say.
Yeah.
But we were quick to condemn what happened in Sokoto
In
twice.
Sokoto, there's no difference.
Why is everybody quiet about what's
Quiet,
happening
yeah.
to this woman and her family?
At the end of the
A
day,
woman who was in church was dragged out.
and it's not the
and
first time we've
basically,
heard these things
you know,
happen.
maimed and burnt.
It's not the first time
They
it's
chopped-
happened.
They chopped her fingers off, and then
Okay, please can we move on? We have just about 2-3 minutes left. Anyway, quickly, the U.S. Supreme Court has now banned the use of race in university admissions. We might not be able to talk about this one in depth because of a lot of things. There's been a lot of reactions coming from it, from the president of the U.S. to the former president. It seemed like majority are against this. I have a different angle to it, but anyway, we have to move on from that. Also, dozens in Baghdad have breached the Swedish embassy. There are a lot of Muslim nations that are against a particular issue where a particular man had burnt the Quran during a protest. He is actually Iranian. He's a Iran refugee. He burnt the Quran in front of the in Stockholm, and now a lot of these countries are going on about how they allowed him do that.
yeah.
I don't know how they would have stopped him, but
Two wrongs don't make it right. Two wrongs don't make it right. The man who burned the Quran, the people who are protesting in, I think, the wrong embassy. If the guy is Iranian, then you should go to the Iranian
yeah,
embassy.
he's
to,
Iranian. I don't know why anybody would. I don't know. Maybe I know it's diplomatic issues. I don't understand the concept behind it.
But whatever it is, please do not desecrate anybody's religion for no reason whatsoever.
So I'm
Don't.
guessing maybe this man
So
used to be.
distasteful.
Maybe I'm guessing he
Terrible.
was Muslim.
Whatever it is and was, it don't desecrate anybody's
It's a Quran
religion.
and burns the Quran.
Don't.
Why? How?
Anyway,
What for?
moving on from that and moving to France. Now there's the French authorities have deployed about 40,000 police officers across the country. There's most likely going to be a third night of rioting after a policeman had shot a 17-year-old
Another
boy.
police.
Very, very, very sad issue moving from that. And then quickly, when we move on to sports, FIFA has now banned the One Love armband at the Women's World Cup that is happening in a few weeks' time. So there's nothing like that that's going to happen. We know that caused a lot of rancor last year at the World Cup. Also, France's court has now said that soccer federations can ban basically hijabs in matches now. I know there's been a lot of back and forth about that also. So anyway, that is all we'll be able to take there. Also a bit of transfer news, but we will not be able to take that as we are at a time. Anyway, on that note, that's all we'll be able to take today on the boombar. Thank you for listening. Thank you very, very much for watching. We'll be back again on Monday at 3 p.m. West African time to give you another wonderful edition of the boombar. Do have a nice weekend.
Take care.
Peace.
Have fun. Peace.
Your microphone is still on.